Hi, welcome back to this assignment video about the business model stress tests. This time about the company Guido Inc. Interesting.
Yes.
What does the company do?
It focuses on selling virtual coins for online video games.
Aha, okay, and I see two developments. One with a lot of green and one with a lot of red.
Yes.
Could you explain a bit?
Yes, of course. So the first development is about the increase of mobile gaming. Since I focus on selling virtual coins for video games, if the mobile platform becomes more popular for gamers, I have another customer base which I can sell virtual coins to.
Okay.
So that gives, usually most of the effects on the who, what, how and what's in it are pretty positive. For example, the who is, for example, the customer base will be increased since a lot of younger people, they usually play on mobile phones.
Yeah.
So that will give me a bigger target audience for my products.
Yeah.
But if you look at the red development, it's about the ban on selling digital currencies for video games. It gives a lot more negative things.
What kind of ban? That's something from regulation?
Yes. Yeah, it could be either be regulation, so that the government says we don't allow that you sell virtual gold anymore, or it could be that the company, for example FIFA, the online game, that it comes to my website and tells me this is not allowed, please stop doing it. So it's either a process of lobbying to the government, or they come directly to me.
Okay, okay. In either case, it becomes forbidden to do your business.
Yes.
So
it would be a dead end.
That's why it's red.
Yes, it's dark red. This is maybe a little lighter red because it gives me the opportunity maybe try it in another country.
Okay.
Because the Dutch government would be banned, but for example in Asia it's allowed, for example, but the question would be if people would trust an Asian-based company instead of a Dutch one. Because one of the main benefits right now for my company is that it's from the Netherlands, the customer server is Dutch, and I can look up the company and I can see that it's from Netherlands.
So if you would have to move to another country to solve this, then you have to rethink your operating model.
Yes.
And also the branding, perhaps.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So what's the main takeaway from doing this exercise?
The main takeaway for me is that it could be rather abruptly ended by something in the legal side of my business model.
Yeah, yeah. And what can you do? What's the action? What are you going to do tomorrow based on
the
what
action?
you found?
Either continue to do what I'm doing to see if I can maximize my profits for as long as possible, or I have to start looking into moving to another country for my business, which is probably not an option yet.
Okay, okay, okay. So some serious doubts about your long-term sustainability.
Exactly, yes.
Well, challenging, but good to know, I guess.
Yeah.
I hope it also gives you, this exercise, some insights about the viability of your company on the long run, and whether you can do something about it today, or just live your life to the max, as Guido Inc. is doing for the moment.
Yes.
Thanks, Guido. And for you, good luck. Hi, welcome to this video about the business model stress test assignment. Today we will discuss one of the examples done by Martijn about the company Parking. Can you explain in one sentence what it is?
Yes, it's a mobile application which offers an integrated parking solution to customers who want to discover a free parking spot in Amsterdam.
Okay, so an app for finding your parking spots. I see a lot of red actually in your stress test.
Yes.
So that's not so good. Why?
Well, it starts here in the how.
Yes.
To offer the free parking spots to the customers, Parking combines a lot of different data sources and processes the data to be able to predict where the free parking spots are.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yes. And then if the government decides to increase privacy regulations, because parking is using privacy sensitive data, for example, you could maybe track down where citizens are in the city.
Okay, yeah.
So if they increase privacy regulations, it becomes very difficult to be able to process all the different data.
Okay.
So therefore, you cannot offer your value proposition anymore, because you don't have those insights in those free parking spots.
Yeah, so because the how doesn't work, the what you cannot offer.
Yeah, that's correct. Okay. And Parking makes profit by taking a small percentage of every payment. And then, if you cannot offer your service, you also don't have any revenue.
Okay, right.
Maybe the WHO is a little bit neutral about it because maybe the citizens don't want parking to mess with their privacy sensitive data. So they might be more neutral about it.
Okay, okay. So actually the whole cornerstone under the model, it falls away because you cannot execute it anymore. So what could be a solution? Is there a way out of this, or is this really dead end?
Well, a simple solution might be to move to another country where privacy regulations are less strict.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a little simple solution. Another solution might be to look for different data sources, which are less privacy, include less privacy sensitive data.
Yeah. So if the company anticipates this to happen, more privacy regulation, perhaps it should already start to think about this and start to research alternative ways to do this.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Thanks, Martijn. I think it gives a good overview. Good luck with doing your business model stress test, and I hope this gives you one example of how to do this. Good luck.
Bye-bye.